a streaming series that started its life as a proof-of-concept pilot in 2016 by YouTuber Olin Rogers, which got picked up in 2018 and ran for 3 seasons.
Oh, that's the dream, isn't it?
Especially for a particular menagerie we might be familiar with.
Impressive though that is it really any good, or is it just filled with puerile juvenile humor?
Only one way to find out. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and Final Space is a short-run animated series which, for all intents and purposes, should be annoying as hell.
Gary, the main character, voiced by Olin Rogers himself, is a deluded individual who got himself incarcerated for stealing a uniform to impress Quinn, a woman he just saw in the bar, and then ended up inadvertently destroying a bunch of ships from his own side.
Deluded and incompetent.
Even his voice is annoying.
He's locked up on his own on a ship, forced to do repairs to satellites, and he's been doing that for nearly 5 years, with only robots for company. There's also Hugh, the ship's computer, who's Gary's jailer, and who sounds like he's a direct copy of HAL 9000. Voice, personality, and all.
And don't forget Kevin, a super annoying, so-called deep space insanity avoidance companion who seems to be psychotically insane himself.
My hunch is he's programmed to be insane in order to keep Gary sane, as a way for him to react against it. After all, none of the other robots appear to have any personality of their own. They just act and say as they're programmed to do. What do you think, Alicia?
It's a distinct possibility.
Excuse me, about Gary. Why is the protagonist of this story a loser who keeps sending messages to Quinn, who he barely knows, and who clearly has no interest in him and has never replied to him in all that time? He's a stalker. Why have a story centered around such a person?
It's true, he's certainly not a likable character at first, and yet there's something about him, like we can see there's a hero inside of him, somewhere, that really wants to get out, but his life just got in the way somehow. Like the massive trauma hinted at in a couple of flashbacks. Something to do with his dad dying when he was a child. That would traumatize anyone. And in the depths of his despair comes the cutest little green blob of an alien you've ever seen. We later learn it's some kind of planet killer, which just shows just how desperate he is to connect to anyone.
Being ostracized for 5 years with just machines for company would do that to anyone.
So Gary instantly bonds with that creature and calling it Mooncake, which is what links him back to his dad, since him giving Gary a caterpillar called Mooncake was the last present he ever got from him.
Very touching, except this current Mooncake has escaped from the series' big bad.
Not so big.
He's tiny.
We know nothing about him, except that he's known as Lord Commander, and what he lacks in stature, he more than makes up for in powerful telekinetic powers, which he uses to his obvious sadistic delight. And this is where Gary's hero streak starts to surface. Despite knowing it would lengthen his sentence, even though he was just nearing the end of it, he chooses to save Mooncake from a group of mercenaries hired to retrieve it for that psychotic diminutive bad guy, and in so doing, gets himself a prisoner, a cat-like creature named Avocado.
Heh, love the name.
The first episode does a good job of introducing the main character to us, and just gives us mere hints about the side characters who would be joining him on his journey. We get enough to know who Gary is and his character flaws, which are as long as your arm. Yet there's something potentially likable about him.
Could it be pity?
Maybe. We certainly feel his desperation to connect to someone, anyone. The score is perfect at giving us a sense of loneliness and emptiness, with the hope that everything could change for the better thanks to the arrival of Mooncake. I gotta say, I'm intrigued, especially since we know it'll all end badly thanks to the seriously hopeless intro. So I'm awarding Chapter 1 3 paws. But tell me, what did you think of this episode? Share your thoughts in the comments. Live long, and may the Force be with you.